As if my day could not get any better, look who shows up on our back porch this morning but our good friend Dana Hanson with Big Elephant Books. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie. It's great to be back out in the weather again.
It is indeed. One of the things I love so about you, Dana, when you're here, you've got a quick wit. And I bet when people come into the store, you have fun sharing that because you've got a good sense of judgment of when to, talk and engage people and when to let them enjoy, like I just was, thumbing through a book. But you're funny. Do people tell you that a lot, that you're funny?
Yes, and it's kind of, I have the dream job because I'm not only surrounded by books that I love, I get to play matchmaker and match you up with the book that you're going to love.
Well, okay, I think that's a good point because it's one thing to have a shop as a business. It's something else to live the business that is your shop. You haven't read all the books in your store, obviously, but you read
Not
a lot.
yet.
Right. So if somebody comes in and says, I'm buying from my sister-in-law and she loves mysteries, you know exactly where to take them and some suggestions to make.
Yes, and I love. And I just realized that I have been in the store and we've been open for almost a year.
Wow.
And, this summer we'll celebrate our 1 year being open. And so some of our sections are starting to grow. One of those is our Bibles, journals, and devotional sections.
So I was really enjoying looking at this one because, I just was. But you've got the obvious things that you're going to find in a section like that. But there's a lot of feminine touches here that I'm liking. Like, I love this Jesus Always journal. It's easy enough to write in, but it's got a little bit of just pretty filigree artwork on it to make you feel beautiful heading into your day.
Oh, absolutely. And the journals that I have, it's got a little bit of a prompt or a little bit of a verse that you can kind of meditate on, focus on, but it's got a lot of space that you can write your own thoughts and ideas.
In the store, the other thing I think is nice about it, you're there off of Highway 58. It's set up where you don't feel lost in it. Sometimes you can go and there are so many books you almost don't know where to start. You've got a nice line of sight in your store so you can easily find what you're looking for.
Yes, you do. And I love the idea of being able to have someone come in the door and it's like an adventure land, that you don't know what you're going to find, you don't know what you're going to come across. And you're going to find those books that you didn't know existed.
You know what it is to be a small business owner and you want people to support a local business. So you're trying to give back and support local authors too, right?
Oh, local authors. Bookstores would not exist without authors. And some of our local authors have got some really good things going. Of course, we all know about Gunner. He's been on your show several times. Lynn is a great author. And I've not only got her book, and I've got some T-shirts with Gunner's picture, but I am also excited to be able to announce they have a plush toy coming out.
Oh, wow.
So it is in production. I don't have a date for it, but it is going to come, and it is the cutest, softest, most adorable little toy.
And when you read her book, whether you have a dog at your home or not, you'll fall in love with Gunner. But if you do have a dog at your house, your children will appreciate their dog, I think, even more.
Yes, and Gunner has a great story, and people have stories too.
So talk to me a little bit about, I was talking to my friend Jed Mescon, who's always sending me books to read, and he's kind of mad at me because I haven't been into reading as much lately. So he said, I'm not going to send you any more until you start picking them up again. But I said, no, send me one because I'm going to need a poolside book for the summer. So do you have any good poolside suggestions or easy summer suggestions?
Yes, we've got some fun reads, we've got some easy reads. And what you want for the summer is, you don't want something that's really heavy. You want something light and fun that you can kind of read in little snippets.
And escape.
And escape. Just kind of have that zone out, turn your brain off for the summer, but still feel like you're doing something.
Now, something else you can do, though, is you can order books. So while the adults can have pleasure reading, kids are going to have required reading for summer. If somebody wants to come in and their sixth grader is going to need to read whatever 3 books before the beginning of 7th grade, can you order them if you don't have them in stock?
Yes, I can order them. I also have the website, so if I don't have it in the store, there's millions of titles available, so I would love to be able to connect you with whatever you need on your reading list.
I was sharing with you a book, I won't go into detail on air, that I'm looking for to give to somebody, and I can't find it. And everything I'm reading and calling about, it appears that it's no longer in print. And if I wanted to get it, I've been told by some big box stores, oh, well, we can give it to you as an ebook. So for people who think that if they take books for granted, in this day and age, we should not, should we? The hard hold of a book.
Right, and there's just something about being able to hold a book and take it with you, indoors, outdoors. And the great thing about these books, they don't have batteries. You don't have to plug them in and worry about them running out.
You can write in the margin.
Yes, and there's still a lot of people who just love to have the book, to smell the book, to feel the book.
I'm in that camp for sure. Now, what do you have down here? I
Okay.
mentioned a mystery, and I'm looking at
Of course,
one, aren't I?
everybody has their own story, and this is a new author who's just published a book. She's new to the Chattanooga area,
Okay,
and this is the story of her life becoming who she is now.
nice. And what's her name?
Patrice,
Okay.
her nickname is Honey, so the title of the book is Becoming Honey.
I think we have a minute left. What is Murder at Hotel 1911?
That is by Audrey. That is a new book, and it is a fun read. It's almost like a double mystery. One, you're trying to solve a murder, and two, you're trying to figure out the character's family history.
So she's also local.
She is local, and I would definitely recommend this because in August, she's coming out with book number 2.
Wow. Okay, so here's where you can get in touch with Dana Hanson at Big Elephant Books. She's located right there on Highway 58. She didn't even ask for any self-pity when she mentioned that she opened her store in the midst of COVID, and yet she's still smiling. Great to see you this morning, Dana.
Thank you.
Are you open this weekend?
Yes, I am.
Go see her.
What's your favorite cowboy call, Chandler?
Yeehaw!
I feel like your cowboy call would be yippee.
Excuse me?
Yippee.